Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is G and welcome to Keeping Up with G. On today's video, we'll be learning how to estimate how much cake batter you need in a pan when baking. Sometimes we're baking, want to bake a cake and probably want to bake like an 8 inches cake, and this is the recipe we have. We don't know if that recipe will be enough for the pan, or if it will be too much for the pan. In my early days as a baker, I had that issue a lot. Like, I had that issue all the time. Like, I get a cake, I want to bake a cake for a friend, and I have the recipe, but I don't know if the size of the cake I want to bake, if this recipe is going to give me that size. Have you experienced something like that before? Like, if you've experienced something like that before, then this video is for you. So further on today's video, do not forget to like this video, subscribe to this YouTube channel, share this post, share it, yes, on your post notification, and comment. Okay, so back to today's topic, which is understanding how to estimate how much batter you need for a particular size of cake. To understand how much batter you need for a particular size of cake, first of all, you need to understand the size of pans. So cake pans usually come in size, mostly in inches, but you can some of them you can convert to centimeter and the rest, but mainly in inches. Okay, so we have 6 inches, which is like one of the smallest cake size pan. We have 8 inches. We also have 7 inches. We have 8 inches. We have 9 inches. But the common ones that people usually use for small cakes, they use 6 inches. Then for medium sized cake, they use 8 inches. Then for big size cakes, they use 10 and 12 above. That's it. So if you are baking a 6 inches cake, for instance, what you use to estimate how much batter you are going to need for that particular cake, the ingredients, there's a way they call it in the blueprints. The person that determines in your ingredients is your butter. Your butter determines the quantity of all your ingredients. Okay, so when you want to bake a cake, how to estimate how much butter you will need, you need to first of all, the first thing is know the size of the pan you are using. Then number 2 is what's the size of your butter. For instance, a 6 inches cake, it is only normal that a 500 gram butter will be used for a 6 inches cake. That is a 6 inches cake, a normal height 6 inches cake, and size, everything is 500 gram butter. So your butter now will not determine what you will use. Your sugar is not the determinant. Your sugar is not the okay, in science they call dependable variable and independent variable. So your independent variable is your butter. Then the other ones are your dependent variable. They are all depending on the butter. I hope I'm explaining where I'm not confusing you guys. Okay, so if your butter is 500 gram for a 6 inches cake, your sugar is going to be half of that size. So your sugar is going to be 250 gram. Okay, and then your egg follows, and then your flour follows. Most times, most recipes use the same quantity of flour for butter. So if you're using 500 gram butter, you're also going to use 500 gram flour, and then half of sugar, that's 250 gram sugar. So that's how it works. So after understanding for 6 inches cake, you can now use this calculation to estimate for 7 inches, for 8 inches, for 10 inches and beyond. I already have the estimation in my head, because like I've been baking for a while right now, and so I can actually just estimate already. So for instance, if I want to bake an 8 inches cake, I just know that I'm going to use 1 kg worth of butter for an 8 inches cake. 1 kg worth of butter. Then if I'm using it baking a 7 inches cake, I use maybe 750 gram worth of butter for a 7 inches cake. Okay, so that is how you determine how much batter you need to bake a cake, a particular cake. So like I said, first thing is the pan size is the most important thing. Then the butter is the independent variable.